The whole time's around like, Bailey, so how was your day? I'm like,
all right,
like the awkward kid who can't make eye contact with anyone.
Listen,
this is the 4th time we've done this, and you can't make eye contact with me, Ryan. What's going on?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because, like, after the 4th time, it's like when you lose your virginity. After the 4th time, it starts getting more, like, personal and, like, you know?
Okay. You're more scared on the 4th time than you are the first time?
Yes, because the first time you're just like doing it because like they tell you, oh, it's gonna feel good, and you're just like, what? It's gonna feel good, and it's like, yeah, just do it, and like just take off your clothes, and you say, oh, okay, and then like the 2nd and 3rd time, it's because like you're in that situation, and it's hey, what do you want to do? And you're just like, well, I guess we can do that, and then you do it, and then by the 4th time, like that's when you start like realizing you're just like, what am I doing with my life? Is this what I should be doing? And then by that time, you're just kind of looking at each other. And then by the 5th time, that's when you find out that, you know what? This is love.
So you have a midlife crisis before you determine that you love them?
I mean, isn't that how you figure out if you really love somebody? You have to like actually like test yourself. Like, isn't that why?
It sounds like you don't want to have sex with this person, Ryan.
No, like...
It sounds like you're being coerced in this scenario.
So...
This doesn't sound like love, dude. This sounds like a problem.
Are you telling me that I'm being tricked into relationships?
That's kind of how you're making it out to sound, yeah.
All right, well, that's why I'm not in a relationship. So no one can trick me anymore.
Ryan.
All right, guys.
We're getting too deep too early.
All right, guys. So my name's Ryan. This is Bailey.
I'm Bailey.
Is,
the least you
famous.
Gonna say?
The least? You're not the least. You're the most.
Oh, thanks, Ryan.
All right.
You're the least famous, Ryan. You little bitch.
That was aggressive.
I'm gonna be honest, when you walked in the library wearing the different is dangerous shirt, I was like, fuck, what the hell is he gonna say today? What the hell is he gonna pull out of his back pocket ready to destroy this podcast by episode 4? Different is dangerous. It sounds like something a guy says, like, different is dangerous, bro, right before he offers you fentanyl. Like, I'm scared of you right now.
Wait, why would he be offering? Does this mean you've already been taking fentanyl, and then like that's why he's saying different is dangerous? Like that's why you shouldn't go for.
No, he's trying to get you on board. He's trying to, yeah.
So it's like yeah, man, you'll be cool if you smoke this type of thing.
It's like joining a cult and drinking the Kool-Aid. It's like the new Kool-Aid, fentanyl.
Man, you gotta stay the same, man. You can't be all different. Yeah. So you should hang out with us because different is dangerous, dude. All right? No.
All right, folks, if you want to buy Ryan's book, it's on Amazon. We'll see you next week.
It's not a manifesto. You made that seem like it was a manifesto. It's not. It has nothing to do.
That was on purpose.
Well,
I was making fun of you.
Now I'm going to make a manifesto as a fuck you because you're making fun of me. Wait, it's manifesto.
I'm editing that out.
I mean, manifesto just means good, like a book.
Ryan, no. People who make manifestos because they were being made fun of, those manifestos are usually found in their home after they've committed some heinous crime.
So I'm not going to commit...
Again, refer back to different is dangerous shirt. Listen, we are trying to get followers, but I don't want our followers to be like following us because we're on a list or actual followers. Yeah, like I'll follow you until the end of time, man. What do you want me to do, Ryan? Where do you want me to go? No. The second that happens, and last week you were already asking for stalkers. No.
Since then, I have recanted for that. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't necessarily want a stalker. I just want success. And that's what I thought that success meant, is by having a stalker, but I don't think a stalker would be good for my safe space.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't
and also, I'm pretty sure, like, people who are famous, that's like the biggest drawback of being famous is having to deal with stalkers.
So that's why I'm okay with not having my face like framed. Yeah. Like, I don't want them to know who I am. I just want to be able to like be a ghost in the shadows. I feel
like you saying you want to be famous, so you want to have a stalker, is kind of like if your cousin who's going into college told you, "Hey, I'm going to go to college to be a doctor." And you're like, "Oh, that's a really cool, that's a really noble profession." And they're like, "Yeah, I really want to see a patient die on the table in front of me." Like, wait. What? You're naming the negative aspects of the job as if you want them. That's probably not okay.
That doesn't seem like the type of doctor I would want, though. That seems...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be the wrong reason. Like, that sounds like you're a sadist, not a... That sounds like a doctor who's doing some surgeries in their basement at the same time, you know?
Wait, would that be like a mob doctor?
No, I meant like a serial killer.
Oh.
Yeah. This was just like episode 3. I had to cut out like 20 minutes of riffing from episode 3, dude. Whenever we do drop a deleted scenes episode, it's going to be completely unintelligible. No one's going to know what the fuck's going on, dude.
like, how did they get to this conversation?
Exactly. So yeah, as always, we're recording in the beautiful Burbank Library. BBL!
Book Palace.
Book Palace.
Because it's a library,
yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I've got to follow up with something that we said in the last episode, the worm cake thing. I have to apologize to you, Ryan.
I like this.
Yeah. You see how he perked up right there? Yeah. I went back to Georgia to visit family for the last like week and a half. And when I was over at my grandma's house, she had some leftover chocolate pound cake. And I think her fridge was like on a weirdly high setting because that shit was like rock hard. And I don't think it was in the freezer. But regardless, like it was way too cold to eat. So my grandma, she was like, "Why don't you pop it in the microwave and warm it up?" And I was like,
Grandma for the fucking win.
Fucking shit. Nana heard my podcast.
Nana.
So I put the plate in the microwave, heated up the cake, the chocolate pound cake, and it was delicious.
I knew you liked hot chocolate.
It was very good. But the whole time, there was just a little part of me that was just cursing your name.
Good. I hope every time...
I was like, damn it, I'm going to have to mention this. So good. Fuck.
I hope someone changes their life now because they now can have warm cake, and then they now change their children's life and warm cake be like the normal. So like when you go to the store, we have a nice piece of cake for you. And it's not room temperature. It's nice and warm and it just melts in your mouth. Yeah. I like that.
I feel like we need to explore why every time you talk about baked goods, I feel like you're completely in bedroom mode now. He makes things at home and then he just begs people to eat them at work or on the street or like wherever he goes.
I don't beg, but I offer. And if you say no, do I get a sad look on my face? Slightly. Do I like...
He guilt trips you, yeah.
I don't guilt trip you, but I like watching people enjoy the things that they like. So if you see something that you're just like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome," and you see like that glow on their face, if I know that I can directly make something, make food, make something that makes you just make that face, you know what I mean? Just, I like that.
I don't believe you. I'm suspicious. Maybe use a little discretion when Ryan offers you baked goods because I'm
like, I want to see it in your face, like that you enjoy what I'm doing to you, what I give you.
What you're doing to them. What you're doing to
what
are you doing to them, Ryan? No.
I'm spending my time.
What are you doing to them, Ryan?
I'm giving them Have you ever eaten something that good that you just think about it and you just feel warm inside?
Yeah.
I want them to feel warm inside when they think of me.
Yes, I have eaten things that have given me that sensation. But if I knew that the chef who made them was up all night fantasizing about me getting that sensation, I think I'd stop going there. I think I would sever ties.
When they say you have to cook your food with love, that is what they mean. Now, you're not getting an detail of what these people are doing, but yes, every single person that cooks their food with love, there's different types of love.
No,
okay?
No.
Even Nana.
No.
Okay,
no.
when she puts...
Nana cooked that chocolate pound cake with love, but it was love that was above board, Ryan. The love was above board.
Nana cooked that chocolate pound cake with a thought of some chocolate cake. And she's like, "Damn, look at that! Look at that cake right there. It's thick." Then she made
my Nana's. Keep my Nana's name out your fucking mouth, Ryan. I'm getting a call. If that's Nana, I'm gonna be so scared. Okay,
honey, are you with that sweet thick black boy again? Anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
Okay, next topic.
Unless she's single.
My father's good.
Go on.
My grandmother is single. Ryan.
Oh, sorry, just stretching.
I'm not even worried. You can't even DM celebrities on
Listen,
Instagram.
I'm old school. I'll page her. I'll call her on the Rolodex.
She also, it's a rotary.
Rotary.
You don't even know what the phone's called?
Because I'm
Is that how old school you are? You've got dementia and you can't remember what the phone's called? Yeah?
That's how I'll keep falling in love with her every day, with my dementia.
All right, not going to lie, that was pretty sweet. I give you permission to call my grandma.
Thank you.
But you can't, if you say different is dangerous ever to her, I will warn her to drop the call. What up, y'all? It's Bailey, aka Triple P, just letting you know that my new single just dropped on all major music platforms. It's called My Bitch Go to Work by Triple P and Curtis Boy. It's a little bit of West Coast Bay Area type thing mixed with some comedy. It's the first time I've ever recorded in a real studio, first time I've ever gotten a beat from anyone else too, so I'm really excited. Check it out. Now back to the show. I realize now with us doing more social media and stuff and like my stand-ups, I'm starting to put stuff online and all that, and I'm releasing a lot of music, and it's become increasingly hard to promote without any of my family finding out about it, because like they don't even know that I cuss, which is crazy. So basically, when I went back to Georgia this trip, I had to confess to them that some of my comedy skits have bad language in them, which is really pathetic.
What did your dad say?
I was so anxious about it, and I was like, yeah, Dad, so the reason I haven't shown you any of my stand-up bits is because some of them have some kind of dirty language. And he was like, yeah, I've seen TV. I know that. That was it. I had like a whole hour-long speech prepared for him to like explain how I'm the same son you've always known. And he was just like, yeah, I figured. I did frame it kind of like I sometimes have to use bad language instead of, no, Dad, I rap as a guy named Triple P, and Triple P stands for provocative pussy penetrator. It is a little bit of a...
Have you ever told me your name? Have I ever known that?
I don't think so.
Provocative pussy penetrator.
Yeah. But yeah, it made me want to ask you, though, because I realize most people hide like actual bad things from their parents, and I figure you've got a lot crazier shit you've probably hid from your parents than me.
My first tattoo. is the word trust. Got it when I was 16.
Uh-huh.
I've been very honest to a certain degree for the most part. I never really lied to my parents about the stuff that I was doing. I told them the truth, but I did lie to them about the stuff that I was doing. I just had to add in lies to the truth. So, like, you have the truth, middle ground. You add in a little lie, and you add in a big lie. That way, by the time they hear all of it, they just say, you know what? I shouldn't have asked you what you were doing. Good night. Goodbye. It's like, yeah, Mom. It's like, oh, what'd you do today? Like, well, I went to a party. I hung out with some friends. I met some hooker. We found a bunch of blow, so we ended up doing it on the hookers. Then we went to a park. We almost got in trouble for urinating in public. We didn't, though, because we got out of there. We ran immediately. We heard the signs. But then at that point, they just don't want to even ask you anymore. And you just say, cool, bye, guys. The only time I did have to sit my mom down was for, like, it was like, cool. I was like, let me talk to you, Mom. I said, hey, just so you know, I did get someone pregnant. Now, she also responded kind of like how your dad did. She's like, yeah, I figured. I was like, wait, what? I was 16 at the time, by the way. She's like, yeah, I figured. Happens. I figured you'd do something like that. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, yeah, I told you, girls want to get pregnant. I told you to check your condoms. And I was like, oh, craziest thing. So I told you I'm the youngest of 5, right? And I had twin sisters. The first time I had children, twins. So, like, I think that also made it easier for everybody to...
You had twins at 16?
17 technically by the time they were born.
Okay.
So,
Holy
twins at 17.
Dude. That's crazy.
It was crazy. At the time, I did not even realize it because it was so... I thought, oh, cool. I have twin sisters. I have twin cousins. I have twin kids. Fuck yeah, I must be a goddamn miracle. So, it was cool, but it worked out. But those were the first kids that I did have, and that kind of like grew me up for pretty much until I got married, had more, and all that stuff.
It's just weird because you're so immature. Like, no, you literally just said, yeah, having kids made me grow up. You're over here talking about starting cults, and you're going in, you're putting on the headphones, talking in a Darth Vader voice, and blowing into the microphone just to hear how it sounds. And I'm like, this man doesn't have children. This man can't have children.
Me being somewhat of, you mean fun, I was a great fucking dad at the time.
Wait, so how many kids do you have?
I had twins when I was high school, and then I got married, and then there was 3 more children born during the course of our marriage. So I have signed 5 birth certificates.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, do they listen to the podcast?
I hope not. If they do, then love you, babies. If they don't, then...
Wait, so, like, are you involved? Like, what?
The twins don't talk to me. They are 13.
Wait, this isn't a bit, right?
No.
This is, like, real?
Yeah. Lila and Madison. Those were my first tattoos. Or not my first tattoos, but they're the only kids I have on my arm.
First was trust.
I mean, my first kid's arms.
Maybe the first tattoo wasn't long enough. Maybe it should have been trust the condom.
Trust. I wanted to add no one right here, but I decided not to, and that's not going to be cool. I have twins. They're 13. They live with my parents. They don't talk to me. They're girls. At one point,
talk to you.
A lot of stuff. 2021 was a crazy year. It's right. I was told they have the rest of their life for me to somehow become successful and then hang out with me later.
Wait, so they're not going to hang out with you until you're famous? I'm
assuming they will want to hang out with me if I'm famous. So if I get that, then they'll...
But that's not like an ultimatum they gave you.
No,
like, hey, we don't want you to be our dad unless you're fucking successful. Until you get 200,000 followers on Instagram, we're not talking to you, Dad.
if that was the truth, then that would be, I would try to accomplish that goal. And I would probably be really petty about it. And be like, hey, yeah, I got 200 followers. Now you have to be my daughters. Do something.
Well, it'd also be a good way to guilt people into being your followers.
Yes. Hey, I can have one of those signs. Hey, guys, my daughters won't talk to me unless I have 200,000 followers.
Maybe that's how we should promote this podcast. We should just go on the freeway with cardboard signs.
Ryan's trying to reconnect with his
no,
children.
I don't want your dollar, sir. I want your Instagram.
Even though I'm 30, I like to say my problems are of a 40-year-old, so I have 40-year-old problems. But
the way you hold yourself is like a 16-year-old.
That's why it's hard to really catch a glimpse of what's going on in my head. I have so many different things that I have to either think about, bottle up, or talk. Yeah.
So that's why you kind of turned to writing to
as therapy, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's why I've always enjoyed TV fantasy, because it was the most away from what reality can be. Yes. Why did this get so real?
Every time you talk about your real life, you always have to compare it to a TV show. Because
TV shows are always better. TV show characters,
that's true.
If you know they're a liar, because with real people, if you're going to lie to me, you're going to lie to me. If you're a TV show, I already know who you are, what you are. So I don't like when people ask me, oh, what's this actor's name? It's like, I don't fucking know that actor's name. I know the character that they played, but their real life persona is not the person that I've seen on TV. So I don't give a fuck about that person unless I meet them. It's like a random, I mean, I care about strangers, but like technically, yes, I know who Keanu Reeves is, but him in Bill and Ted, I enjoy the character he played in Bill and Ted. Keanu Reeves, IRL, in real life, I don't know him. So unless I actually meet him.
So you're putting it on the record, you don't give a fuck about Keanu Reeves.
Look, no, wait, hold on.
I can put that on the t-shirt right under different is dangerous. No.
But I enjoy
until you meet him, and then you'll kiss his ass.
Not that I kiss his ass. So I'm like, bro, wait, you were the same person that this character, that character, and that character? That's fucking amazing, dude. But like,
were you one of those kids that your mom had to worry that if she left you alone, you would try to jump off the roof because you thought you could fly?
I was the kid that...
It's kind of the vibes you're giving off here.
I didn't jump off the roof, but did I have the police come to our house because they thought that someone broke in because I broke into the house, and then I saw, oh, cool, what's this police button do? Does nothing.
What?
There's a memory of me being in my parents' room and the police like going, come out with your hands up. Like, we know you're in the house. I'm like, wait. What? There's police out there. I wonder what they're doing. Was I supposed to be home at that time, or should I have been at daycare? Did I take the bus because I said it would be easier to go home right now because I didn't want to go to daycare? Yes. I didn't get lost. They thought I was lost. I knew where I was at that time.
So in a way, you solved the crime. You solved the mystery. Just in the worst way possible. And how old were you?
I mean, I was under 5th grade. I was in daycare, so I would have had to been like 3rd or 2nd grade. So probably
so that's
like
not
9
too
or
bad.
Between 8
I was
to
afraid
10.
you were gonna say like high school.
No. I knew not to push those buttons in high school.
I should hope so. Let's play a little game. I was wanting to play two truths and a lie. But first, I just want to see, because you mentioned like telling the truth, how when you tell the truth to your parents, you have to add in things that didn't happen. You have to tell them the true details, but you add fake details to make them just stop caring. So I just want to put out a scenario and you pretend like I'm your parents and you lie. You spin the lie into something that like I don't care about anymore. So
you're going to tell me what actually happened?
So what actually happened is you killed a hooker.
Okay.
And now you tell me, your mom and or dad, that you just killed a hooker, but make me not care about it. I want to see this in action.
Okay. You have to... I need you to say, all right, Ryan, what did you do? Whoa, Ryan, you're home. It's late. What did you do tonight?
Ryan, you've been gone for 3 days. We were so worried about you. What happened?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I have been gone for 3 days, but that's because I was over at my friend's house.
Which friend?
My friend, same as, or his name is Bailey. But I mean, everyone calls him Beezy because like he likes to play with bees for some reason. I don't know why he likes to play with bees, but like we were over at his house and he is like a bee farmer, so like he does do kind of like weird stuff like that. So he was actually teaching me a lot about bees. So while we're at there's actually a bee convention over where he was living over in Georgia. So we went down over there. We met a couple of friends.
How did you get to Georgia in
Bailey
3 days?
Bailey drives, so we just drove.
No, that's not scientifically possible.
Bailey drives, so we drove to an airport. You don't let me talk, Mom. I know we drove to an airport, so we drove to.
Turn your mic down. Okay, keep going.
We drove to an airport. Bailey then he ended up paying for my ticket because he's doing very well out there. But we ended up like hanging out. We almost got in trouble with the police though because we were hanging out with some of his like associates, his friends. Mom, I'm pretty sure Bailey has friends with hookers, and they were like playing some guilt. They were playing like some tricks with me, and I'm pretty sure I killed a hooker. But like we were playing some tricks and stuff like that.
Wait, what do you mean you killed the hooker or Bailey killed the hooker?
Well, I killed the hooker, Mom, but this was like a game that we were playing. So we were playing this game called like Kill the Hooker. Remember when we used to play like Cops and Robbers? It was kind of like that. So like someone had to pretend to be the police, someone had to be a hooker, someone had to kill the hooker, and then we had to pretend to hide the body. So we did this whole game. We hid the body. It was like this whole like intricate game. Like I can even like remember the dirt and the feeling of blood going across my hands. Sorry. It was a long weekend, Mom. So we ended up getting back after the game. Bailey ended up paying for my ticket to get back. We were talking about everything. We ended up going to another party convention that was over there. Bailey decided that he doesn't want to do the bee stuff anymore. But ultimately, we were just kind of hanging out at his house, and then we got back. And yeah, no, it was pretty cool. What were you doing though? How was everything?
I'm just tired, Ryan. I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, I'll see you in the morning, Mom. Good night. And that's how I got through high school.
That's terrifying. Now I'm even more scared of you.
Let's be straight.
Now I never know what you could be saying on this podcast. I never know if it could be true or fake. You're just keeping me on my toes.
But you have to know at least one part of it's true. So
yeah,
let's hope. What's real? What's fact, everybody?
All right. So give me 2 truths and a lie then.
The first time I took ecstasy, I cried because of a story that someone told me, and I still remember that story until today. The second truth would be I had low self-esteem growing up, and I did not start to believe or understand that I am attractive until this year. The last one is I still believe in Santa Claus.
From being your friend this long, I can 99% be on board with the idea that you still believe in Santa Claus. That just sounds exactly like you. Honestly, like, if I was to describe you to someone else, I think still believes in Santa Claus would be one of the first things. Like, he's the type of guy who you would find out still believes in Santa Claus. So, like,
that's why I was a great fucking parent, by the way, because I would never tell him some lie like that bullshit.
Because you believed it. You believed the lie.
I would say, fuck yeah, he's real.
Okay. I guess I'll go with the middle one. You didn't believe you were attractive until this year, because how can you have 5 children, meaning you've banged that much, but yet you still don't believe you're attractive? That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's still true. The way that I thought, I guess, attraction would have been like how some of my friends were getting the attention that I saw other people getting. I never received that type of attention of someone actually telling me, oh, hey, oh, you're handsome. Or recently, I was at Comic-Con and someone told me, oh, I got to tell you something, baby. I was like, oh, what is it? She's like, you're handsome. And I was like, oh, thank you. And like, I got to tell you something else. I was like, oh, yes? And like I was smiling. She's like, and I don't even really like boys. And I was like, oh, wait, what? She's like, yeah, you should know you got a lesbian to think you cute. I was like, oh, thank you.
That's the ultimate validation, dude.
Thank you.
That's the best. Yeah.
So, yes, this is...
So that was the moment you realized you are attractive, was when she said that to you.
That very made me happy. And I was like, oh, like maybe I am all right.
We are running out of time, so we do need to sign off. But folks, it sounds like Ryan needs to know he's attractive, so please just light Ryan up with comments telling him how attractive he is. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
We didn't talk about the last one.
Huh?
The last one.
Oh, you want to talk about the ecstasy?
Yeah.
One?
The story.
Okay, but we don't have a lot of time.
Okay, I'll be real fast.
Okay.
Someone told me a giant pink bunny was going to kill me, and it's the same bunny that stole my slippers last week. I never owned slippers, and I never had a giant pink bunny, but for some reason, that made me, I was like, what? And I started bawling, and I will remember this I've remembered this for the last 15 years, so I felt like you needed to know that in case you also feel like that's ever happened to you. Anyway, guys, so my name is Ryan. This was the least famous Ryan. I forgot my name.
Bailey Plus. You forget your name half the time that we do this podcast, man. Do you know how many times I've edited out you forgetting your own name? Stumbling over your own name during this part or the opening part where we say
Here's the thing.
least famous Ryan.
Was Ryan ever really my name, or has that been a lie the whole entire time?
Okay, we're fucking ending this now. See ya, everyone. It's the least famous Ryan. We forgot the plugs. I'll do a little voiceover thing like usual. And shout out BBL as always.
Burbank's Library.
And we're out. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Least Famous Ryan. Follow me on Instagram at SnoopNogg. That's SNOOPNOGG. Or you can follow me on TikTok at Bailey Plus Comedy. And don't forget to check out Ryan's books, Chaos Unleashed, Awakening Chaos. Chaos is spelled with a K. And The Dragon's Poetry Den, wherever you get your books.